So it's Monday, 27th, I think, of November. We've just pulled up a few Nisai female Showa who were not previously videoed or photographed. I think a couple of these were on my 17 tosai post that I made last year. Very strong suspicion that these three are all siblings of one another, share similar characteristics. Most notably, they've all got beautiful Moriguro in their fins, in their pectoral fins. Particularly this one here. See that lovely round, deep black Moriguro on the base of the fins. Lovely characteristic on Showa. And also I love that black nose as well. Scott, your thoughts on these?
Yeah, I like them a lot, and I think they're all very similar, even though one of them, the Sumi, hasn't come up yet.
That being the one on the right, closest to you on the right hand side of the screen as we look.
Yeah. I just think it'll come on up eventually.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think that Moriguro being so strong on those pectoral fins, good indicator that Sumi's going to come up.
Amen.
So you don't think these are not fish that you expect would be used for breeding?
No.
Any particular reason? Or
Well, I mean, the main reason is that we have females. So, and I'm not sure I'm going to want to cross over into these females. So I prefer the other females with the ESA line. So the problem is going to be with these fish is what to breed them to.
okay,
So that's why, if I were going to keep one for breeding, it'd be the one that was the most backward in Sumi. Or the one with the best mother girl. Either one of those two. But I don't think we're going to be using this cross is the issue.
yeah, obviously the males and the females that are too close to this at the moment.
Right. Close.
To be starting to hopefully the males that contributed to these will be with us for a long while.
Right.
And therefore they can't be mixed back into their.
Well, it says a lot about what we looked at yesterday, those 5 males. Where are you going to cross those 5 males? And you're not going to go here.
Yep.
So, and as females, since I'm not going to cross them back over, what am I going to use them for? So I don't see that we have any place for them genetically. This has nothing to do with quality or anything, just genetically.
So I guess the underlying message of what Scott's saying there is these are for sale.
Absolutely for sale. Yeah, and they're going to grow out and get better and be for sale. So yes, absolutely.
So if you like the look of any of these three Showa, drop a message to Purdin Koi Farm.
And start negotiating with Bill.
Start negotiating with Bill. He'll be in a good mood when he comes back from holiday, so it's a good time to buy them.
That's absolutely true.
Okay, we'll pop these back and have a look at another couple.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 more Showa. 2 of these I remember as tosai last year for different reasons. The one that's on the right hand side now with the Maritain marking. As I was about to leave the farm last November, I looked in a pond of tosai Showa, saw this particular fish, and it was the very last fish that I pulled up to photograph on that trip, which is one of the main reasons it's in the bowl now. The koi that's in the centre was one of the fish that was in my 17 Showa tosai last year, 16, 17 Showa tosai, whichever it was. And talking to Scott now, very much we think the number 1 in this bowl at the moment. You think, Scott?
Yeah, that one.
This one. The thing that makes it different from the other 2, and in fact all of the Showa that we pulled up, and probably all of the Nisai Showa here at the moment, is the Benny quality, which is absolutely gorgeous.
But it also, it's the white and the Benny. It really they're different from the others. Yeah.
Which makes this potentially a parent fish.
Absolutely.
Although the dilemma still stays with the dilemma we just spoke about earlier, about what you mix it in with, because obviously it's got blood from the males, which are the current used males.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But it's only Nisai, so it's got a few years to go before
This one
it
is
would be.
quite good, though. I mean, this one is quite amazing. Different white, but boy, really, really nice. Nice. And these are siblings too, so looks like slightly different genetic connections.
So the one that we think is best, Scott, that you one you wouldn't intend selling at the moment, I'm guessing.
Which one?
This one here in the center now.
The center? I might. It just depends on when we start selecting breed fish in another couple of weeks. We have to look at all of them, and we don't have all of them in the tank right now. But these two will be in the tank when we look at brood fish for the future, and that one might even be there too. So, you know, all three of these would be looked at because of the genetic parts that are working on them.
So, as Scott said, it's a very nice dilemma to have enough fish to pick from. As to where the breeding program here at Purdin Koi Farm goes next on the next step.
That's exactly right. Where it goes next, yeah.
So there we are. That's it for today. We'll pop these Showa back.
And you know also, Mark, those Showa's males from yesterday are going to dictate a lot as to what happens with females in the future.
Right.
Those are really, really strong males, and you've got 3 or 4 of them, so that's a lot of genetic blood that's really top. So you've got to figure out ways to cross it.
Well, talking of males, I just noticed a male out in the male ponds outside. We're going to take a look at that in a moment.
Yeah.
On the end of this video, because it's a fish that I think it's Sansai now. It's a fish that I remember on my first visit here 2 years ago. I think it was one of the only Showa I photographed, and I just noticed it this morning, looking a whole lot more stunning than I ever have done in the past. So we're going to take a look at that.
Yeah.
Pop these back and we're going to take a look at that.
Yeah, let's look at it.
So this is a 3-year male that I just referred to earlier on the video. Fish. Sorry, go on, Scott.
I was just going to say this one is totally different than the other 2 sets that we just looked at. So this one can be used in breeding in a way the other 2 can't.
So I think it's got all the right things in the right places, was what I just said to Scott, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, oh no, its pattern is fantastic, and it's great for breeding as well, but and it's just an absolutely beautiful fish. So, but having said all that, the other fish are also beautiful as well. So we're not arguing this is more beautiful than the other 6 fish we were looking at. This one genetically will match what we want to do in the future better, because it'll go with the female of the future, where there's at least 3 of those that would not mix well with the female of the future at all.
So I walk past this pond every day through the summer, feed this pond every day, and I would walk past this fish and it never really does anything for me. And then I walked past this morning, I was like, ooh. It was like I was looking at a different fish. That sumi, as the water's cooled down a bit, sumi's really started to come through on it. Yeah. And as everybody knows, I love sumi that falls on the white ground. I love nice Modaguro balanced on both fins. As a male fish, this has got, we talk about fins being perfect in shape and style, and this has that. So there's so many things now. I need to try and find, I'm sure I have this as a tosai picture from my first visit here back in November 2015.
As a male fish, this is perfect.
Yeah.
You can get maybe a little better, but you don't even need to be better. This is just what you need.
So in the next year or two, probably we'll start to see this take part in the breeding here at
It'll
Purdin.
be next year. This one will be in the next year breeding. We'll start to try to match it up to a female. We have new females starting next year, and we'll try to find the right female.
So there we go. So look out for this on Purdin 2018 spawning season videos.
That's right.
Okay. Here's another male Showa that's here at Purdin Koi Farm. And Scott, you think this is the male fish that would have produced the first 3 females we just looked at?
The first 3 are the ones we were talking about, how beautiful the Motogoro looked on them, and one did not have sumi up yet.
What's interesting is this fish is seems to have grown huge compared to as I recall from the summer.
Yeah, it's huge. It's put on tremendous weight. This one,
Yeah.
it's always been long, but
So this is a 70 centimeter bowl, and as you can see, absolutely fills that.
yeah.
And you can see how thick and deep this benny is on this fish, using indication how the benny will develop on those fish we just looked at. And this sumi, again, see, I talk about it all the time, sumi on the white ground, and if you look at this Showa, apart from the tiny bit of sumi back at the tail and there, all this sumi coming up is pretty much on the white ground. But
Today, this fish changes my whole mind about it, and it also changes my whole view of those females we were looking at too. I have to look at them differently now, because the changes that dramatically over time as the white settles on those fish. So the tint of the is really something as it gets older.
so
Yeah.
all very, very interesting, especially for me as an absolute Showa fanatic.
I'm really, really blown away by this fish.
What is your favourite variety, Scott? Sankei?
No, I wouldn't say my favorite variety is Sanke. No, I wouldn't say it. I just have always bred beautiful ones, and I've always loved them. But no, I would say I'm a Showa breeder. Always have been. So I think you and I share the passion on that.
So I came to the right place.
Absolutely.
Okay,
It's no mistake that these fish are here.
let's pop this one back, and whilst we have a net and bowl in this pond, it'd be rude not to bowl up the final male Showa that's in this pond. Well,
This guy's a whole nother. We got to get another size bucket, man.
I'm kind of a bit speechless at the moment, to be honest, Scott.
I'm speechless too.
Anybody that follows my posts and whatever will know that I first saw this fish back in March 2016 when I came here, and I absolutely fell in love with this fish. And I'm just going to get a very quick bit of video of it now, because it literally does fill this bowl up. It's grown enormously over the course of the summer.
It's bigger than the bowl.
The sumi, this is fish bred by Issa Koi Farm, and everybody knows my love for Issa Showa. And this is, I think I posted when I first saw it that this was an All Japan grade male Showa, and it really is just developing quite superbly. See, the sumi quality on this fish is quite amazing. But so go on, say the bit you just said about Mr. McGurk to make him happy on his holiday.
I have to say this, when I look at this fish, you really got to take your hat off and applaud the person that keeps the koi and feeds the koi every day. And
Thank
care
you.
Of the water.
Oh, you don't mean...
That's Mark. Mark's been doing it for 2 weeks. So yes, I do take my hat off to Mark on that.
It's changed enormously in the last 2 weeks.
It's changed enormously in the last 2 weeks. But actually, I was trying to say, Bill, you are amazing. This is really great work, man. This fish is just... The body is just incredible on this fish. He's just so healthy, so happy. He looks so spectacular, you know. And so did the other one we just put in the bucket. It's just that the other one doesn't match this one.
So
it's just too much.
Sometime before I leave, in a couple of weeks, or in 10 days or so time, we'll get a big bowl and get some proper video and photographs of this gorgeous koi.
Yeah.
But for now, we'll pop her back.
It's got to be a bowl twice as big. And it's a freaking male.
And there you go. So
Yeah.
that ends today's video. I hope you've found something interesting in what rubbish me and Scott have spurted over the last,
Yeah.
I don't know, 15, 20 minutes this video will probably last.
Yeah, we've been having fun. This is fun.
But
a lot of fun. We could look at males a long time and have fun.
okay,
Yeah.
so there we go. We'll see
There we
you
go.
on the next video sometime. Not
Yeah.
sure when that will be.